Hey everyone, welcome to Spicy Spins, where flavor meets frequency. And today is a special day because we have Baking Instructor, recipe developer, Karen. And on top of that, we have DJ Mass Transit straight out of Southside Chicago. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Awesome. I'm so excited because we are going to the Middle East today. We're about to get some flavor. And Karen, what you got for us today?
We're going to be making pita bread and hummus.
Yes. Oh. I always wanted to know how to make homemade. This is going to be amazing. And what you got for our ears today, bro?
We're going to be playing some music, soulful and funk music from the Lebanon and surrounding countries like Egypt and Syria and Sudan.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Get your passport, everybody, because we about to take a trip with Baking Instructor Karen and DJ Mass Transit.
We are going to start with the flatbread from the Levant region and the Gulf states. This is served at every meal, and it is a yeasted flatbread. And every culture has flatbreads, both yeasted and non-yeasted. This one has the pocket. If you're in Greece, America, Britain, you would call it pita. But if you're from the Levant region or the Gulf states, you're going to call it Arabic bread, pabizza, or Syrian bread, or just bread. And so what I have in here now is all-purpose flour, and we're going to be adding yeast. We're going to put that right in with the flour. Then we're going to be adding salt. And by the way, salt does not kill yeast. That is a common myth. It does slow down yeast fermentation. So it steals some of the water from the yeast. We're going to be adding honey, but you could add sugar, you could add honey, you could add maple syrup, whatever sweetener you want. We're going to add those ingredients in there. So the salt's going to give it flavor. It's going to help with slowing down the fermentation. The sugar that you use is going to help with the browning, sweetness, tenderness, and help to keep it a little bit fresher. We're adding oil. This is just regular vegetable canola oil. You could add olive oil. That's going to help with tenderness. It's going to help it stretch, and it's going to help make it a little bit, last a little bit longer. There's not many ingredients in here. And now we're going to add the water. And the water is going to bring all those ingredients together. It's going to wake up the yeast and start fermentation. And it's going to help develop the gluten. And the gluten is what holds it all together, traps the carbon dioxide that's given off by the yeast. And that music is amazing. What are we listening to?
This is some old music from Egypt that you may recognize in some old hip-hop songs that sampled it.
I love that. So I'm just mixing this all together. This, by the way, is kneading. Kneading can happen in a bowl, it can happen on a counter, and its main goal is to develop the gluten, which is the protein that when you first add water, it's very disorganized. Time and agitation will develop it and make it into a nice net that gives our bread structure. I love the beat.
Thank you. It's nice, right? This is some more Egyptian music that I think some old American hip-hop, the R&B heads will recognize. But I think people will know what it is.
So in food, we say nothing is new, it's just rediscovered. And is that true in music?
I'll say there is new music, of course, but
yes.
A lot of it is rediscovered and used in new ways. So I love to hear the old samples. I love a lot of old music, and it's great to see how it's like repurposed and reused in newer music now. So
absolutely, everybody's got a little bit different take on it.
Absolutely.
So I'm just bringing this together, and I'm bringing it together in the bowl until we have a nice dough that I can pick up, but it's still not very developed. So I'm gonna turn it out onto the counter and I'm gonna knead it with my hands. Notice I didn't put any flour down because I don't think it needs it. You shouldn't just automatically flour the board. The more flour you add, the tighter the dough is gonna be and the less soft and tender it's going to be. So if we don't need it, it's not sticking to our counter, we're not gonna add it. And now I'm just kneading it. And I would knead this by hand for about another 5 or 10 minutes. If I'm using a mixer, which you can absolutely do, you're gonna wanna knead this for about 3 to 4 minutes. And by the way, if you have a KitchenAid mixer, you wanna put the liquid in first and then your dry ingredients. So do it in the reverse order that I did. It just picks up the flour a little bit better. But for the magic of TV, we have a dough that is already kneaded. And this is what you want it to look like when it's fully kneaded. It's nice and smooth, it's bouncy, so when I push on it, it springs back, and it is ready to go into the bowl to rise. And we're gonna put it in and cover it, and let it rise for about an hour, hour and a half.
So can you tell us what inspired you to be a chef?
I have always wanted to teach baking, and I was the kid who collected cookbooks and taught baking to all of my dolls and my friends and everything.
That's awesome.
So it was a pleasure to get the experience to actually have that happen when I was at King Arthur Baking Company. So.
Very cool.
And how'd you get into music?
You know, I come from a very musical family. My parents are both musicians and music teachers. My brother plays the bass in a million different bands. And I grew up going out to their shows a lot. They made me take piano lessons for a long time. I played a lot of different instruments as a kid. And it wasn't until I graduated college and bought turntables. And I've been playing ever since then. So it's been almost 28 years I've been DJing now.
Wow. That's awesome. So we're gonna set this aside and let it rise. And now we're gonna switch to hummus fettuccine. By the way, hummus means chickpeas. So hummus fettuccine is hummus with tahini, which is what we're making. I'm just gonna grab my food processor. You can use a blender, you could use a food processor. You need something that's pretty powerful to mix it up. And ooh, this has gotten hot on the stove. I'm just gonna pull this over here. This is all my ingredients. I'm just gonna plug this in. We're using canned chickpeas, but you could also use ones that you have soaked and cooked, boiled. We're gonna add that in. We're gonna add our minced garlic, a clove. Now I have ingredients, I have quantities, but feel free, if you don't wanna have garlic in it, say you're having this for breakfast, feel free to leave the garlic out. But it wouldn't be hummus fettuccine without the tahini, which is sesame paste, and the chickpeas. So this is sesame paste, the tahini. We're gonna add some lemon juice, salt and pepper. And this is to taste. And I'm gonna teach you a little trick to make it nice and creamy and fluffy and smooth. Now you can add the aquafaba, which is the liquid in the can of chickpeas. And if you do that, go slow on the salt, or you can add regular water. Because the aquafaba has salt in it. But a little trick that I'm gonna teach you is you wanna add 1 or 2 ice cubes to it. So a little less water, a little less aquafaba, but we're gonna add ice cubes. That's gonna agitate it, make it really fluffy and really smooth. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of ice cubes. All right, so we have a couple of ice cubes. It's gonna get a little loud. But that's gonna help create a little extra friction in there and make it nice and fluffy and smooth. You could also peel the chickpeas, the skin off of it, which I wouldn't recommend. We're just gonna stop it and scrape it down and decide if we need a little extra of anything. And I think it's looking pretty good. We might need a tester, Chris. Are you up for the job?
I'm your man.
All right. Go again. Once you have it mostly pureed and it's looking pretty good, we're gonna go a little bit longer. With the processor running, we're gonna add olive oil into it, and that's gonna help kind of emulsify it a little bit. Just gonna check it. What are we listening to now?
This song is called The Dance of Maria, and it is Lebanese, actually.
Ah. All right, maybe one more spin. Here we go. All right. We might need a taste tester now. So you can make it as chunky or as smooth as you want it. Some people like it more chunky, some people like it more smooth.
That's great. I feel like it's both at the same time. The smoothness, and I do like some of the texture from the chunkiness there too.
All right, I think we're gonna call it good. And now we're gonna move on to making some pita bread. Who's ready to make some? You ready to
I'm ready to eat some, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
If I can help, let me know.
Through the magic of TV, we have some dough that's already risen. Voila. So we're gonna pretend that an hour went by, and we have some dough here that I made ahead of time. And I made it about an hour ago. There we go. It is fully risen. And I know that because when I push on it this time, it doesn't spring back as much and it feels marshmallowy. So I am gonna turn it out onto the board. There's a couple of keys in making the dough puff.
Okay.
So do you know why the dough puffs?
I do not. Is it something from the air, the humidity, perhaps?
Well, that's a good guess. That's actually really close. So one of the reasons it puffs is yeast has kind of this last hurrah before it dies at 140 degrees in the oven. And so it's gonna cause an oven spring, gonna cause the dough to rise. But also we've got a lot of water in here, and that water is gonna turn to steam, and that steam's gonna try and escape. And all that kneading that we did to develop the gluten is gonna trap that steam in and make it puff, and that's what's gonna give us our bubble. But we also want to do a couple things to help ensure that. And one of it is pre-shaping it. So we're gonna make 8 today. So I'm gonna divide this dough into 8 pieces. Ooh, what are we listening to now?
This is some music from the Sudan, actually.
Did I count right?
Super funky is why I love this one.
It is very funky.
Yeah.
I've got triangles now and I want to make them circles. So to turn a triangle into a circle, we want to tuck in all those cut edges. So we're gonna make a little dumpling and we're gonna kind of pull it up and flip it. So we have a nice little belly button on the bottom or top, and then it's kind of smooth on the bottom. And we're gonna put that one to side to rest. Then we're gonna do the same thing with all 8 of these. Make little belly buttons, and I'm putting them belly buttons side up. That one I didn't do belly button side up, so pretend that that one is. So. How'd you pick the music?
Pardon me?
How did you pick the music?
How did I pick the music? It's a long process that I go through, but I've been DJing a long time, so I went through all of my music that I have. Then I made some calls. My brother is a bass player. He recommended some playlists on Spotify, which I found are really good. Then there's some other DJs I know that put out mixes of like music featuring like old music from the Middle East and all different countries. So kind of go through there, but you really have to trust your own ear. So I'm really looking for things that I think will fit the vibe and just the kind of music that I like. So
awesome. Thanks for sharing that process.
I found some great stuff that I really, really love. I could not believe how much of the American music has gone into the music from the Middle East that became our like hip hop and pop music too. So
I didn't know that.
Really fun.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna shape some bread now. So the key now is we do want to use flour, and we don't want this to stick to the bench because it's going to pull a hole, and then it'll make a hole that might not expand. So I'm going to turn my dough belly button. Remember the belly button? We're going to turn it belly button side down. I'm going to flour the palm of my hand and just gently press. So I'm giving that dough kind of a gentle nudge that we wanted you to be round, but we're going to expand you now. And now with a rolling pin, I'm going to roll this out. And when you're rolling, start in the center and you're going to roll up, but not over the edge because that's going to stick it to the counter. And then you can start at the center and roll towards you. You can roll in each direction, being careful not to go over the edge. What I like to do when I'm making this is I like to keep picking it up and spinning it so that I ensure that it's going to be round and that it's not stuck to the counter. So another very important part of the dough puffing is we want the oven to be really hot. So you need a stone or a steel and you want it 500 degrees. If you can't do that, what you can do is do a cast iron skillet and put it in the oven and preheat it for a very long time. And then put it on your stove top and cover it with it, put the dough in and then cover it with a sheet pan to kind of create an oven. You can do this in a hot grill. I love doing this with kids. This is one of my favorite things to make with kids because they just get so excited when they see the bread expand.
Absolutely.
And I've even done it in a toaster oven in a classroom, and it still pops.
It does remind me of making pizza crust too. I did that a lot in my youth, and it's just fun to roll, to get your hands dirty. And
it absolutely is. So this is where you have an option. You can make it big and thin, or you can leave it a little bit puffier, a little bit thicker. So this is about 6 inches, and I'm gonna pop it into our hot oven. I'm gonna use a peel. Slide it on, and I wanna make sure that it moves. Usually I get 2 going at the same time, so let me do one more really quick, and we'll put them both in the oven.
I was wondering how many you do at once. So is it just 2 at a time?
I usually try and do 2 at a time because they puff really quickly, and then you want to cook it for about a minute or 2 once it puffs.
Nice.
And so what I usually do is I'll do 2, wait for it to cook, pull them out, and do 2 more.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do one really quick here. This one I'm gonna leave a little bit thicker so you can see the difference in the 2.
Okay.
So, 2 of them. And when you're putting it in the oven, the angle is really important. So I don't wanna have my peel up at a really high angle. I want it kind of close to the peel so that it slides off, and I just slide it right out. Now it should pop pretty quickly because that oven is really hot. And then once it pops, you have another choice. I like to keep it on the lighter side. I think it stays more tender when it's on the lighter side, but you could go darker and then it'll be more crispy on the outside. So it really depends on what you're doing. So now we just wait. What are we listening to now?
Some more music from Lebanon for you.
I love Lebanon.
This one is called La Danza Nadia. So I think it's the dance for Nadia, a girl's name. Yeah. But definitely older. I think this is from the 70s.
Who's the artist?
Elias Rubini.
Yeah. Good to give
But
him
there's a few
credit.
songs I played from them. Yeah, he has a whole orchestra that has some really nice groovy, old soulful music, I think. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I like it's got that beat, but it's little other sounds going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool combination of things. Yeah.
All right, we're getting there. Starting to puff. And sometimes you can agitate it if it's not puffing. If it's not going, I'm gonna leave it shut. And we don't fret if it doesn't puff, because then we just use it as a wrap. It's still gonna taste awesome. And what you wanna do is have a towel ready. So when they come out, they're gonna be really, really hot and they're gonna be puffed up, and we're gonna put them in the pop towel and we're gonna close them up in the towel. So that's gonna help absorb that steam so we don't get burned, and it's gonna deflate the bread. So let's take a peek.
That probably keeps it moist too, right?
It does.
Yeah.
So if you wanna take a little peek in the oven, one puffed, one didn't.
Oh yeah.
And
then
so
just
now
came right
it
back
just
down.
came right back down.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pull that out. So I like it on the lighter side, but you can see the underside is where you have some of the browning happening. So I'm gonna put it under here, and that's gonna safely deflate it without burning my hands. And we'll do 2 more.
Oh, here we go, Yusuf.
Might have attracted you.
Ooh, I was smelling it.
Dig in. Wait until you try that.
I'm gonna take a peek at this bread.
Oh, I got more bread. Yeah. See, this is all. Alright, come here. Come here, Lamar. Yeah. All right. To you all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here one time.
It's really, this is really
what
good.
It's supposed to taste like. Not that
I
way.
could eat this any time of day.
Original article. Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh goodness.
So good.
So much better than the stuff you've been in the store.
So much better. So much better. Everyone, I encourage you, please try to make homemade pita bread. As you can see, it's not that complicated.
Not that hard.
Yeah, not that hard. It takes some time, but it's well worth it. Oh,
If you're feeling adventurous, go for the bread.
yes. Oh, and the music, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
I know.
Awesome.
I was inspired. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So where can people look you up?
Just look out for me on my Instagram, DJ Mass Transit, mixes on SoundCloud, and you can see where I play across Chicago. So
Yeah, right on. And
I do private classes out of my home or your home.
All right.
Yeah, you will want her in your home showing you how to make this amazing stuff. It's so awesome. Again, Spicy Spins bring you another amazing episode with two amazing people, Karen, DJ Mass Transit. The recipe is going to be in the description below. My man's mix will be coming soon for you to check out. On behalf of Spicy Spins, I'm sorry I'm just not in my happy place because this food and music is so amazing. It's beautiful.
A good combination.
Good combination. You can't beat it. Yeah. And on behalf of Spicy Spins, with everyone, peace. And Middle East, we will say assalamu alaikum.